What is going on YouTube? It is Hopsicle, and today, guys, I am joined once again by my good friend KingAssassinable. Say hi.
What is going on, everybody?
It has been a long time since we had done a dual live comm, and we figured we'd bring you guys another one before Black Ops 3 came out, as we haven't really given you our opinion on what we've heard so far in Black Ops 3, and we just kind of wanted to do an intro video to this, but since the game's already started, we might as well just continue anyway.
Yeah.
That was pretty quick. But anyway, guys, today's video, we're going to have a bunch of topics to talk about Black Ops 3, so that's why we picked Domination, as it's a longer game mode. But starting right off the bat, I guess we have to talk about what each of our overall opinions on is we have so far about the game.
Well, I mean, obviously, it's definitely changing a lot from any kind of previous COD game. To be honest, I don't really like the whole new style of it. Like, they've changed pretty much everything about the core mechanics of how the game's going to play, which I think is going to make it very similar to how Advanced Warfare ended.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the problems with Advanced Warfare came from that exo movement system that a lot of people could not stand.
The thing with it, though, is that I don't think it's actually Treyarch's fault, because, I mean, they started making this game before Advanced Warfare even came out, so they wouldn't have known that people didn't want to have a new movement system, because...
No, it's not really their fault if they hate it, but it's also not, I mean...
Yeah, like
when you think about it, Call of Duty fans, the number one problem Call of Duty fans, or Call of Duty critics I should say, is that Call of Duty never changes. They always say Call of Duty is the same every year. And while generally within the past, like, 4 to 5 years, besides, Advanced Warfare and besides Advanced Warfare and other Call of Duties like in Ghost, besides those two Call of Duties, it really hadn't changed in the past years. But with Advanced Warfare introduced a new exo movement system and all that, so a lot of people have been now complaining that they wish Call of Duty would go back to its original feel and original movements without boost jumps, without double jumps, whatever. And I honestly believe that a lot of people's main issue is the fact that they want Call of Duty to go back to the World of War times, and I have no problem with that. Revolutionary War times, even earlier before that, I have no problems with these. But also, people have got to realize they did almost 10 years worth of Call of Duty based upon that. I mean, eventually, or 7 to 10 years based upon that. Eventually, you're gonna have to move past that, and that's what they've been trying to do. Now, granted,
the time setting doesn't really make a difference to me. They can have it in the future for all I care, because the campaign doesn't make a huge difference. It's the fact that when they have it set in the future, they for some reason decide to change all the multiplayer as well, because the multiplayer is the thing which everyone obviously plays the most of. And so I just think, even if they're setting in the future, they shouldn't necessarily change all the mechanics to fit the setting. Like, I'd be fine with them just keeping it the same standard COD style.
And I can see what you're saying, and you agree with a lot of people, I know that. But the problem with that is, if you're going to set a game in the future, you got to understand, future mechanics are not going to stay the same as they are right now.
Yeah, I know, but then again, COD's not exactly
20, 30 years in the future, we're going to have those exercises.
Yes,
we're going to have those
COD isn't exactly known for its realism, so...
No, it's not, but it's also not known to be, I mean, it does take realistic features. It does take actual places in the world. So I would expect them to, do the stuff that they expect to see in the future in an actual COD game. So it makes sense what they're doing. It's just not a lot of people agree with it and aren't happy with it. But, it is what it is. Now, if they had done a past Call of Duty game, of course you wouldn't expect to see those movement systems in it.
I don't know.
But then again,
I think I would have preferred a World War 3. I expected it to be World War 2, sorry. I mean, I kind of knew it would be Black Ops 3, because it was just much more likely for them to do that than go back to World of War, but I was hoping for World War 2 would have been much better.
You know what? Even if it's not, I mean, although we know it's not, even though it's not, I'm still excited for this game. Obviously, it's going to be amazing. Treyarch developing it. They got zombies, they got all the perks that make Treyarch an amazing studio and one of the greatest Call of Duty history.
Though. Zombies is one of the best things about Treyarch. I mean, is the new movement and stuff going to affect that as well? Because that means that
a lot of people are worried about that too. If it's going to feel like the natural zombies, and they've said zombies is going to get a mega overload change, so that can be a good thing, and it also could be a bad thing. So it depends.
I mean, Exo Zombies was already a pretty overload change, and that wasn't really that great. I mean, Exo Zombies is fun, but
it's just nothing like regular zombies with all the perk bottles, and you know what we're saying. Anyway, that's our opinions on Black Ops 3. Mostly good, a little bit of worry. A little bit of worry, to be honest there, but you know what? Hopefully Treyarch pulls it out. Now, I guess the next topic would have to be specialists and what you think of them. Now, I know I'm not sure how much Assassinable knows about specialists.
I don't know too much about it. I honestly haven't read too much into this, but from what I'm reading here, apparently there's basically a load of special characters. So before you go into each game, you get to set up your own custom class. So it's not like, does this mean it's like not done before the game anymore or something?
So what you do is, no, it's still done before the game. What you do is, think of Destiny, right? You know how you had on, have you ever played Destiny?
No,
oh, okay. Well, on Destiny, you had these like preset characters, right? That each of these characters would have, you know, a different sort of abilities and weapons and stuff like that. And then from that, you could create your own classes after you selected a character.
Okay.
That's exactly what it's going to be. So you're going to have these characters that you go into a game, you say, okay, I want her or I want him. And then you play that character. You can't change him during the game at all. You click that character and then you get your create a class menu.
Right. So your create a class menu will come out each game.
Your create a class menu and guns will be the same for every character you pick. However, each character has a different ability or weapon.
I see that. Power weapon and special abilities. So, do you think that means that I suppose they'll have like a little longer countdown before each game begins? I guess, or will they have like
I
an
also
actual,
think.
Like
I think it's going to be a little bit longer, but I also think you're I think you're going to have to select it before you even get into the game. Like before the map even loads, I think you're going to have to select it. My only question is, I think this is going to change esports tremendously.
I don't know.
I know not many care about in these esports as much as, you know, regular Call of Duty, and that's fine. But my opinion is that this is going to tremendously change esports, and the fact that they're going to have to think so much harder about whether or not they want this character, you use this character, what's the best class for that guy.
Yeah, but at the same time, they might do something similar to Advanced Warfare. You know, in Advanced Warfare, they had the classic playlist. They might do something similar to that with Black Ops 3, so like specifically for esports. Plus, also with esports anyway, they change a lot of the rule set for how the game plays, so they'll probably be able to change a lot of that stuff. They might have like an ability to just put into normal creator class mode.
Well, I don't think they're gonna. No, they're gonna keep the specials thing because that's just a huge part of the next Call of Duty. It's gonna be in the Black Ops 3. They're gonna have to keep that. But what they'll probably change is to probably disable some special classes, like you can't use that person because she's just too overpowered or stuff like that. They'll probably disable it so you can't do some things, but it's gonna be in it.
They don't usually decide on the esports rules until like a few weeks after the games come out, because obviously people have to test and see what stuff is kind of overpowered and which stuff is not. So
but in your opinion, now that you've heard of it, what do you think? How do you think it's going to affect it, and what do you think of it?
I don't know. I mean, as long as they can balance it fine, then I guess it'll be a pretty cool feature. Treyarch has actually always done a pretty good job, which is why, to be honest, Black Ops 2 is actually the only COD game I can stand to play right now. It's honestly just the
why we're playing it right now.
Yeah, I mean, Advanced Warfare, I haven't played that in a long time. Like, in terms of a full proper game, I haven't played it in like 2 months. I just really haven't enjoyed the game that much. I didn't get a single kill that. And Ghost, that's just obviously awful. But Black Ops 2 was just an all-round, well-made game. I mean, they made everything balanced in this game, which is like one reason that I'm kind of giving Treyarch a chance with it, because like I know they can actually do a good job with it. I don't know.
Well,
I mean,
I think it's time to move on to the next topic. We might do a part 2 to this video if we can't get everything talked about, but on the next topic is the new version of Domination. So I'm not sure how much of you heard of this.
I heard about this. They changed. I forgot what it was they were changing about it, but I read there's some rule they were changing about it. Was it like it's 1 round or something? I'm not sure.
What it is that 1 round goes to the first team to 100 points, no timer. Then the second round, you can get up to 200 points, but there's a timer the second round.
Okay, that's weird.
I think. I'm trying to remember, but I think that's it. But the second round is second round timer, first round no timer, but the first team to 100 points. It's kind of like 2 mini domination games in one. All right, guys, sorry about that. We just kind of, I know we cut a lot. We kind of got interrupted, but I guess it is kind of a good time to move on to a new topic, domination. We talked about it for a little bit, but you know, it's an interesting new concept, and we'll have to see how it goes. We're gonna have to make a part 2 to this video because obviously we have a bunch more topics to talk about, not enough time. But one last final topic I guess we could talk about is overall, what do you think of the multiplayer that you've seen so far?
I mean, I haven't seen too much on multiplayer. I mean, they obviously showed some of the clips in the trailer were multiplayer, I believe, but I don't know. I mean, we can't really get a huge opinion on it yet until we actually see some multiplayer gameplay. I know they have said that the game's going to be playable at E3. I don't know if that's going to be multiplayer or campaign, but
they said, I think it was campaign only. It might be multiplayer.
Okay, well, obviously, when we get our multiplayer trailer, like around August time, we'll obviously see a lot more from that. And then Arts, like pretty much straight after the multiplayer trailer goes out, they have Gamescom, which is when all like the competitive players will be playing the game live, so you'll easily be able to see what the multiplayer looks like then. So I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But at the moment,
and then of course the beta.
Fun. Campaign looks like it's going to be really fun, but also of course we'll have the beta. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll just have to wait until we see more details in the multiplayer.
Right. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoy. We're going to have a part 2 to this video whenever we can record it and have the time. Again, sorry for the interruption. Hopefully we won't have that next time. But thank you guys so much for watching. My name's Hopsicle. Thank you, Hopsicle, for joining me.
No problem.
We'll see you guys in part 2. Peace out.